trying to see participants. Here.
There we go. I think we're live.
We're live.
We're live. Hello, YouTube.
I don't see us on the screen.
You don't see us on the screen?
I don't see us on the screen, bruh.
I think it takes a minute, man.
Okay. My bad.
There's a little bit of a delay.
Okay. It's all new to me, bro. It's all new to me.
All right, so it looks like streaming up in this quality, there's about a 5 to 6 second delay, which is fine. It's fine.
Okay. Oh, yep. There it is. Okay.
So there we are. So we are going to be behind, and I'll need to figure out how to change the latency a little bit. This is why I miss Mixer. Mixer was the shit for this particular situation. Sorry about that.
Before you start cursing, bro, we should.
Oh, yeah.
This is a rated M show. I would like to say.
So if you want to see Duff shirtless, stick around.
Oh, that may happen. May happen.
So what do you think, bro? You want to go ahead and roll our new intro, or do you want to wait another minute here and see if we get some more people in?
Let's see if we get some more people in for a minute.
All right.
I don't know how to see. I know you explained it to me, but I don't know how to see who's in the stream at the moment.
So if you see where it said at the top of the chat box it says top chat, there's 3 little dots. You see the 3 little dots?
Yeah,
Click on
I
that,
see it.
and then the participants.
Okay, so we got Minus.
Yeah, we do. Minus, the big support. Props us up, keeps us going.
Be safe. Don't worry about responding on the way home, because this is how I listen to Voice of Terminus on my drive home. So yeah, be safe. That's important.
Yeah, there it is. Dougie. What's up, bro? Yo, maybe you should hit up the Cool Kids Club and let them know that we're going live. Maybe we can get some support from our other boys outside of Battle Axe YouTube land.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see some Z and
some Ben and some Michaela, maybe the wife.
Ben, I almost said.
Yep. Not yet. We haven't given the disclosure yet.
Okay.
So we'll let this run for another 2 minutes, guys. Know that going forward in the future, if for those of you who are not watching us live right now, once you join us, we're probably going to get right into it at about the 5-minute mark, straight from the getting started screen. We're going to roll our intro here in just a moment. This is our first Battle Axe Theater or Bat Live live stream. Pretty excited. We did do this a couple test runs a while ago on Mixer. Had a lot of fun doing it. They were a little bit of a longer format. We'll go over all that here in just a moment.
Yep.
Looking like 7 people. Just want to let you guys know that this is our first time streaming on YouTube. We are used to Mixer, where there is pretty quick interaction. This is an RTMP server for users those that don't know what this is. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's a little bit slower format. There's different variations of that. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is there's just going to be a slight delay between us talking and being able to see your messages in response. So we do apologize for that. And we'll try to find a way to do a lower bit rate and maybe a quicker latency stream in the future. But what do you think, bro? Can I go ahead and roll the intro?
Go ahead and roll the intro, man. We got 8 people watching, so let's do it.
All right, let's see what happens.
Battle Axe Theater. That's a good name.
Battle Axe, man. He brought the preach video.
Battle Axe Theater.
Death from Battle Axe. I don't know if you guys have seen, he just rants, and it's awesome. And he just starts screaming and yelling. I need to have a beer with that guy.
All right, that was the intro.
Sweet.
What is up, Gypsy? See if I can get this page
Gypsy in the
refreshed.
house.
Always, Gypsy's always there supporting.
I know, commenting on every video. Love it.
So again, these tools are a little bit different, what we're not used to, so it's going to be a little bit of adaptation here. I want to thank everyone for coming out and supporting. I'm Punk Shoe. This is my boy
Def.
He's Def. We're Battle Axe Theater.
You know.
We're doing this live stream thing, and just a word. Well, go ahead.
It's a learning experience. So you guys are a part of this. We never used YouTube Live before, so bear with us if it's kind of rusty, I guess.
Oh yeah, man, I'm cleaning the streamer rust out of my pipes. But all right, so full disclosure, there may be some drinking involved. There's definitely going to be some vaping. Might be some very harsh words that are used. What's the appropriate terminology for this? I had this whole intro planned out and I forgot, but
well, we had a rough start tonight, man. But the drinking did go on, so I will say fuck a lot. I'm pretty sure. So that was your warning.
Well, the warning should probably come before you say fuck. So
as you I was about to say that. Yeah, my bad.
Some harsh language may be used. So if you are under the age of 18 and do not have parental consent, please tune out now. If you are easily offended by words and thoughts and especially opinions, be sure to tune out because we're definitely going to be an opinionated group of people. And with that, we're going to wait just a couple more seconds. Looks like we've got 7 people in right now, and we're going to see where this goes from here. So just a couple more minutes.
Okay.
Do you have anything you wanted to add to that, Def?
I think you nailed it, man. How was your day?
My day?
Yeah.
It was pretty uneventful. I found a new clicker game at about 3 o'clock in the morning last night, and then I fell asleep on the couch playing it. And then after doing some bat analytics and things today, I went and played that for most of the day. It was pretty awesome.
Oh, what clicker game? Can you name it?
It's NGU something or other. It's like the top clicker game right now over on Congregate, if anyone's interested in playing.
Is it like that paperclip game you were playing?
I'd say it's a lot more involved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I apologize for this. My nose itches.
Well, I've been playing on my spare moments of downtime. I've been playing Paladins, and the new tank class is I'm addicted, man. I'm like trying to manage my time and get some Paladins in because the new tank class is just it's awesome.
For those of you who don't know that Def is a little bit of a Paladins addict. It's like one of the only like shooter games he's actually spent money on to play.
Yes, I don't spend money on games like ever. So Paladins kind of won me over. And I started Paladins as a joke because one of our Battle Axe members, Z, wanted to play it because he couldn't afford Overwatch, and he talked me into it. Or he didn't want to buy Overwatch, I'll say that. Anyway, ended up loving it and still play it to this day. It's so fun. It's a MOBA / FPS, so
yeah, it's good. If y'all should check it out if you haven't tried it before. It's something that him and Z even got me into playing for a little while there, and we'd play with our friend Big Dick Ben. Shout out to Big Dick Ben and Z.
Big Dick Ben. Sorry about that, guys.
That's kind of an inside thing, but you guys can check us out at the end of all of our videos. If you check out the descriptions, be sure to follow us on social media. We've got Facebook, Twitter, and also we've got our Discord listed there. So if you'd like to meet Big Dick Ben in person eventually, and Z and everybody else involved, be sure to jump into that Discord channel and join us. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, hop in, ask Ben about his big dick, and get to know him. It'd be great.
Whoa. Simmer down. Simmer down.
My bad. Sorry. Don't ask. Don't ask him about his dick.
God damn.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Let's continue.
All right. So looks like we've got about 7 people tuned in right now, and we want to thank you all for joining us. Today's stream is a little bit kind of off the cuff. We're kind of changing formats. So our previous streams were roughly an hour and 30 minutes long. They're pretty in depth, typically covered Warframe dev streams and things like that. We want to kind of tone it down a little bit, make these a little bit more palatable so that way we can go into them fresh every week with a little bit of news, a little bit of entertainment. We consider ourselves an infotainment, if you will, channel that's focused on MMORPGs. We do play other games, but we're primarily focused on MMORPGs. Unlike some people may be assuming that we are a Pantheon MMO channel.
Exclusive,
We are not exclusive, and we do cover MMOs as a whole, and even borderline games that could pass as an MMO but aren't quite like Warframe or Anthem, games that are looter shooters, but anything that involves mass group play. So that's something that we're interested in. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with our history, bro.
I would like to add that doesn't change the fact that we are excited for Pantheon, and that is one of our games that we are most looking forward to.
He's lying. I hate Pantheon. No, I
No,
don't.
no, but an old school MMOs, bringing it back to the core, bringing it back to community. That's something that we're just really excited for.
Yeah, absolutely,
Bro,
man.
I'm not trying to get off topic here, but is there a storm coming your way? Because I think there's lightning going on in your backyard.
Can you see it in the doors?
I saw some scary ass light, man.
So
But
we get
anyway,
free light shows. That's
yeah,
awesome.
production value, if you will. Anyway, I'm
All
gonna
right.
keep getting us off track. Go ahead, man.
All right, so going to start just telling you guys a little bit about Battle X Theater. If you've already watched the intro, our channel intro, you'll probably have already heard some of this information, but I'm going to go ahead and go over it again after I have a little bit to drink. I'm thirsty.
Go ahead, man.
Anyway,
Yup.
so Battle Axe Theater, we haven't always been Battle Axe Theater, and the idea of Battle Axe Theater goes way, way back, all the way to circa 2004 and Final Fantasy 11. You know, it always stems from the idea of getting into some sort of hardcore link shell or hardcore guild or something like that and not liking the atmosphere there, not feeling like you're important, even in a game like Final Fantasy 11, EverQuest, things like that, games where they tend to be more social, but there's still that alienation in those large guilds sometimes where people don't feel like they're a contributor, where they feel like they're lesser than, if you will. And there's also that, there's a word that I'm going to use here that might trigger. So if you trigger easily, plug your ears. There can be toxicity, man. And so that's one of the things that when I founded Unlimited as a link shell, the beautiful magenta link shell in Final Fantasy 11 over on the Leviathan server back in 2004, that was a mentality I wanted to shed. A link shell is like a family. When you play these very like tight-knit group-oriented games like MMORPGs, it's a family. So back in 2004, we founded Unlimited. We then moved on to World of Warcraft in around 2006, 2007 era, and eventually stopped playing Final Fantasy altogether around 2008. 2008, we founded the guild Unlimited over on Shadow Council, which is an RP server. For those of you who play there, shout out. For those of you who grew up with us and grew with us, we're sorry we left you. But, who knows? We may be back, but we appreciate everything. Huge shout out to Dougie. He's in chat right now. He was actually one of the very first members of our guild from all the way back in 2008. That's 11 years ago.
Dougie!
So, huge shout out
He's
to
like
Dougie.
the, what was the guy in Cheers when he came in the bar and everybody's like, was it Norm? Norm!
Yeah, I think we're talking about Norm.
Yeah, that's Dougie, man. Every time he enters guild chat or Discord, everybody's like, Dougie!
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like we go back all the way that far, and then we stayed around for a while. We went all the way up through ICC and Wrath of the Lich King. I did end up disbanding the guild, but there are a lot of people with us today that are still from that Ice Crown Citadel era of World of Warcraft. And we've built some of the best relationships. And with any relationships, you know who is really close to you, who's not. You know who your friends are, you know who they really aren't. And, those friends also continued on in other guilds, and they welcomed us into their guilds, or welcomed me specifically. And that mentality kind of grew, and we rekindled relationships and stuff over the years. And eventually we lost that motivation to play World of Warcraft. And Def Z, so he's old school PSK in the Discord, myself and Reeve, who is Nilithis, we founded a Discord server a couple of years ago. And we were playing ESO, and it had a random lettering like Q8Z RH5Q or something like that. And we decided that we were going to do something. We decided that we wanted to do something more. We wanted to bring it back. I had taken a break for about 2 years from playing those types of games, and we really wanted to bring it back and kind of bring that culture back to the MMO environments that we were playing in, and we were playing in ESO. So we came up with the name Battle X Theater, and Reeve hated it. Reeve absolutely hated the name. Do you remember that, Def?
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, I hate it."
Did we come up with the name during ESO?
Yeah, it was when we were playing ESO, and we wanted to come up with a guild name, and then we named the guild that, and then so leading on to Battle Axe Theater, the channel, it was a discussion that Def and I were having. It was at a time where I was like really living the high life. I had just left work. I'd been self-employed for about a year.
And I had just lost my job.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I was really in a motivational place, and I was helping a lot of people talking about their strengths and weaknesses, so some consultation stuff that I do every once in a while. And I was talking to Def, and he was like, I really want to edit videos. I used to do it professionally for a little while, and it's something that I've always wanted to get back into. It's something that I love. And so, that's what I want to do. And I was like, so fucking do it. Do it. Make videos, man.
Yeah.
And then, we talked about it, like how realistic is it? Like how realistic is it to become a YouTuber in today's culture? Like how realistic is it to think that you'll ever be successful as a YouTuber in 2018 or 17, whenever we were talking about this? And it's like, what do? You just give it a try. At least give it a shot.
Yeah.
Give it a good college try. Give it all your effort. And that's where we are today. So it's something that, it's been a work-life balance, right, Def, with your full-time job?
Oh, yeah. I spend every ounce of my free time into Battle Axe Theater. It's crazy. I come home from work and start editing or start recording. We have a lot of projects that are coming up that we're working together on, kind of taking the load off, and that's really nice. But, yeah, it's definitely a second-time full-time job,
Yeah, and it really is. And I know I was with Voices of Terminus last week, the week before last, and they were talking a little bit about how much prep time goes into a stream. And Yarn was like, we used to prepare for hours and hours and hours, and there's like no time that goes into it anymore because it's just not the way to do that type of stream. It's not really worth the effort. It doesn't come out the same. It seems very scripted. It doesn't feel real. And and he was like, well, it just doesn't take any time. And I think all of us YouTubers that were in that chat were like cringing, like it doesn't take time, because I can guarantee you, Def and I put in at least 40 to 50 hours of combined effort into these videos that we make every week, or at least that we have been for like the last 3-4 months when we've been doing 2 videos a week. So, it's one of those things where a lot has gone into it and it's taken away from our game time. And I want to apologize to you guys for that. And
yeah, we would love to be playing some EQ2. Like, I think I would like to say that we're both fully into EverQuest 2 right now. And I fucking hated that game. I never wanted to leave EverQuest 1 for EverQuest 2, which was just so easy, and I never gave it a shot, honestly. I mean, but doing it now with this new TLE server, I gotta say, I've been having fun. I've been addicted. I want to quit making videos and just play. Not really, but
well, I mean, yeah, and that's one of the things we'll talk about here in just a moment. I want to give a shout out to Lexer here from VOT. He's in our chat. Appreciate you joining us, man.
I misspelled his name on the video.
You did, and you're an awful person for that.
I feel like a piece of fucking shit, man. I really do.
But now
we looked like for 15 minutes trying to fix it, Like,
yeah, we did. We thought we would put a card or something in there, but you know what? It is what it is. We're sorry, Lexer, but everybody already knows who you are, so.
It's true. You're the host with the most, if I'm being honest. Oh. No? No?
You got some sexy beer head on your mustache there, bro. It was kind of hot.
Okay, sorry.
But
anyway.
But yeah, so like, and I was with Def on this too. Like, I played EQOA, and it was before Final Fantasy came out when I switched to it on PS2, and I didn't have a PC that could run EverQuest, so I played EQOA. And after a while, because I come from MUDs mainly, and there just wasn't enough like character development in terms of like skills and things like that. So I never thought I would ever go back to playing EverQuest until this motherfucker here's got me playing every EverQuest that ever existed.
Yep. I never played EQOA though, honestly.
You know what?
But you did.
We'll just let that go by the wayside. I played it for about 2 months before switching to Final Fantasy. But yeah, I guess what we're saying though is we'd love to be able to play more, and that leads us into like a new format decision. So if you've been watching us for the past Give me just a moment here. If you've been watching us for the past, I think it's about 3 months now, we've been doing a video every Wednesday and every Friday, just trying to get a feel for things and try to have like our major discussion pieces and rants and things like that on a Friday. And on Wednesday, we have videos that come out. Typically, it will be like a guide or setup sort of tutorial that I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it kind of like spread us out, and we were thinking, I think people want to see more of both of us involved in things, and I think we can create better content. And we just dropped a big chunk of money on different equipment and things like that to try to bring up the production quality of our content. So we want to try to utilize that equipment and try to get more involved where we're both doing videos together, and go with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to start doing a live format on Mondays. And what we'll do is we'll do a live format video on Mondays. And I think this is going to go longer than 30 minutes, bro.
Yeah. We got about 4 minutes left. But
4 minutes. I got to talk really fast and wrap it up.
In the future, these are going to be 30 minutes long, but we had hell setting up, but we never used YouTube, blah, 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 blah. So go ahead.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing these. The target is 30 to 45 minutes on these live formats. We don't know exactly what we're going to do, but we want to segment it. We want to have like a gaming news segment that's a few minutes long. We want to have a segment that's kind of like a whatever segment. And then we want to have a larger chunk that is like a focal point, like one of our videos would be. So that's something that, to look forward to. And I just want to give a huge shout out to everyone in chat. Thanks for joining us. We've got 14 people watching. We had 15 a few minutes ago. Def, be sure to say hi for us because there is a delay.
That's what I'm doing right now, man. Hello, everybody. Sorry, I'm being dumb.
All right.
Well, so we got all that out of the way. Excuse me, had a burp. Have 2 burps. Sorry. Not very professional. So what did we want to touch on this live stream? So I know we don't have much time left, but
right. And I apologize, my head's getting to me a little bit, so give me just a moment here. So one of the things that we want to talk about tonight was just kind of like the current events, what we've been up to. We've already kind of covered that. We've been playing EverQuest 2, as you've seen. Our EverQuest 2 videos have gone up. We've talked a little bit about our experiences with that. We do hope to put out some guide content in the future, but that will be when we start going to our 3 video a week format that we're looking forward to. So we want to have like a shorter segment for you guys earlier in the week. So Monday live stream, possibly Tuesday, like a 5 to 6 minute video that's like short, bite size, something that you can just consume in a quick bit, and then we'll continue with our Friday videos that are the longer format. So I am hoping to get some EQ guides out there, maybe like a rapid fire guide that's just like bang bang bang, and you can pause it when you need to. So I think that could be a fun format to work with. Yeah. So what have we been doing? Tell people a little bit about what we've been doing in EverQuest 2.
Well, EverQuest 2, we've been playing doing dungeons with some of the Nathan Napalm Guild. The Knights of Napalm. Been really fun. I feel like an ass because I've shat on this game so much. But doing the dungeons, because when we were questing, I was kind of bored. Not gonna lie.
I was really bored, but I get bored really fast.
Yeah, I was kind of bored because we kind of played games like that before, right? It was just kind of. But thinking back on how that was out in 2004, it kind of, I kind of took it with, like, it's all good, this was kind of new back then. Yeah. But doing the dungeons, they kind of kept it almost like EverQuest 1, you need a good group. You need a CC'er, you need communication, you need to know your limits, you know what I mean?
Dude,
so that's
I didn't expect any of that, dude. Like, so you get into it. And what was the first thing I said, dude? I was like, this is WoW.
Yeah.
I was like, this is just like WoW. And we're going through the starter island, and it feels like WoW. You get a level, get some abilities, get a level, get some abilities, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, oh, quest. It's a bunch of breadcrumbs. And then you get to town, and it's like, you have one quest to go to your house. The rest of them you will have to find.
Yeah.
And then we got out there, and it's like, at first, like maybe up to like level 10, 12, something like that, it's all right to solo, but things start to get a little bit more difficult. And once you hit around 20, it's like impossible. Like I told you last night, dude, I was fucking dying constantly just trying to get the armor quest done.
Yeah. And we got what, 2 lines knocked out?
Yeah, the 2 or 3, it's pretty
Yeah.
awesome. So
Yeah.
So yeah, for anybody who's in Knights of Napalm playing EverQuest 2 with us, you know, this is what we do. We do the battle axe thing, and this does take time for production. It takes time for recording. We play where we can, so we are going to fall a little bit behind you guys, and we apologize for that. But maybe once we can streamline a little bit, maybe we can get a couple extra nights per week in there to play with you guys. But you know, I know that you guys are doing an event right now tonight. In Knights of Napalm on EQ2. We are there with you in spirit. Sorry we couldn't join you tonight, but we had already scheduled this live stream, and it's going to be a regular occurrence on Monday evening. So hopefully, if it's a more long form event that your guys are doing, we can join you afterwards.
Yeah.
So we've been. Go ahead.
I'm itching to join. Oh, but no, go ahead.
But yeah, we're doing the EverQuest 2 thing. We did the EQ Reborn thing for a bit. We did the P99 thing for a bit, Final Fantasy Nasomi for a bit. But I will tell you that there's just something about emulations, or emulated servers rather, that because it's run by a single individual or a small group of individual that may not have the experience that you know, a company who does MMOs primarily has, there's just something missing there. Go ahead.
That's not my deal. My deal is the same reason why I didn't want to leave EverQuest 1 to go to EverQuest 2. I don't want to put all this work into an emulator and then Pantheon come out, you know, and just say fuck it all. But EverQuest 2, at least I'm having fun, because you know, these older emulator games, you know, like Final Fantasy 11, EverQuest 1, P99 Reborn, all that, you know, I've done it before, except for Final Fantasy 11, but I've done it before, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like, I'm going to put all this work in for like a year or 2 and then have to say, fuck it, you know?
Yeah.
But
yeah, I agree with you there.
EverQuest 2 is kind of different because it's kind of modern, but it's kind of old school. You know, like you need a group to do anything, but it's kind of, it has creature comforts to it. You know what I mean? It's kind of, it's easier, but it's hard. I don't know how to explain it, man.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the thing about EQ2 for me is, like, you know, like if I can get my hands on an emulator or any type of game that I can reshade, I'm going to reshade it. So the first thing I did, I was like, oh, EQ2, this is an old crappy game. I'm going to reshade it. Well, guess what, guys? Reshade doesn't work on EQ2 because it actually runs on a modern game engine that uses DirectX. So that's pretty awesome. So reshade wasn't functioning. I'm going to assume that it's running on a DX11 engine, which is kind of nice. And so, like, the game looks good for its age, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it still looks pretty good. And even, like, the ground cover and stuff like that is awesome. So, yeah, I really love it. And I'm having a blast. In fact, Def, I got some bad news.
What's up?
I didn't want to stop playing last night, so I went and got a couple more levels.
God damn it, man. What the fuck?
It's okay, dude. I think we'll be all right. We can still play together. And if I decide,
you're gonna carry my ass, but you know, it's cool.
I'll just go play some more tonight while you're sleeping, and then I'll mentor you when we get to play again.
Okay, that'd be great.
In all seriousness, though, I just went and finished off my level.
Okay.
I wanted that level, guys. I wanted to get my second talent thing. I don't know. That game, there's just still so much to that game I don't quite understand. But yeah, that's what we've been up to, guys. We've been playing some EverQuest 2, you know, considering format changes. Def, there was a particular thing that you have been doing recently, something that you did last week with some people from some other YouTube channels.
Pantheon Plus and Nathan Napalm. We had a PvP discussion. And I'm going to admit this real quick. I think we're going to get shit on, bro, because according to Twitter, a lot of Pantheon people are against PvP. So,
well, I mean, it's because PvP is garbage.
No, it is not.
Fight me.
Yeah, I know how you feel about the subject, but no, in all honesty, Nathan and I, who were for PvP, we did suggest throughout the video that we're not playing Pantheon for PvP.
Right.
But if it's in the game, hell yeah, you know. And my biggest well, I'll just let you guys watch the video.
Yeah.
Um, Also, there's been kind of a debate on should Minus release it as a full video or in parts, and the votes are in. I think we're going to release the whole thing as a whole. So it's about an hour and 15-minute discussion. So, yeah.
Hey, Def Lexer says that if anyone comes at you, just let him know and he can add it to his Hate Mail Monday post. That's fucking great.
Oh, dude, I look forward to those every Monday. I'm not gonna lie. Like, how much hate do people have, bro? Like,
That's human nature, man. People
I
just got hate in
know.
their hearts.
It's like, dear Lord.
Glad you
But
made it home safely there, Minus. So just a real quick shout out to them. So he did this with Minus from Pantheon Plus. That's pantheon.plus if you want to check out their website, which is their primary focus. But you can also check them out, Pantheon Space Plus on YouTube. And then you've got the Nathan Napalm. These are some guys that are really supporting Pantheon as far as the YouTube community goes. Some cool things over that you can find over at Pantheon Plus or Pantheon.plus. It's a great website where Minus and the crew over there have gone and kind of made this culmination of everything that is Pantheon content creation in a positive light, things that, you know, constructive conversations and things like that. So be sure to check them out. Be sure to check out Nathan. I want to give a shout out to Voices of Terminus. Thanks again for having me on a couple weeks ago. It was fun. I know I didn't contribute much, but I had a lot of fun being there and representing Battle Axe. And I definitely want to give a shout out to our friends over at Standing and Fire Podcast. I love you guys. You guys got me watching vodcasts. It's something that I never really did. Def always trying to get me to watch Joe Rogan. And I'm like, man, these are too long. But I will sit there and listen to you guys for an hour. And I appreciate what you and Voices of Terminus do because it's opened up a new world for me.
yeah, dude. Okay, so Lex is in the chat. So, Lex, I want to say this. You guys start at 5 p.m. my time. So when BOT starts, I hit play, I put my phone in my pocket, then I walk to my car and I plug it in the aux cable, and I listen to it on the way home. I get home and then I exit out of my phone and then I start watching from my computer. So I really love BOT. I love Standing in Fire. The whole community, man. You know, like we haven't loved the
Hashtag community matters.
Yeah, hashtag community matters. I haven't loved the community this much since Warframe. You know.
Warframe. Guys,
And
if you're interested in having us do Warframe content, let us know because we tried and it failed. It did not get picked up, but we fucking love Warframe, man. We love Digital Extremes. We love the helpful community over there. Like
I love Rebecca.
He actually loves Rebecca, like
I
not
love
like in
Rebecca.
a platonic way.
I love Rebecca. If she was here right now, I wouldn't be here on the stream. Anyway. Go ahead.
Shout out Rebecca.
Shout out Rebecca. Hit me up.
But yeah, man, like we've been having a lot of fun working with the other content creators out there and creating the buzz around Pantheon. Congratulations to your free advertisement VR. We are happy to be part of it. So now that we're on the subject of Pantheon, I didn't have anything specific, and it's a very broad topic when it comes to Pantheon. I don't want to say too much about the video that's coming up this week.
Can we give the topic?
I wouldn't want anybody stealing it.
Okay. Well, okay.
Go ahead, bro.
It's going to be about the economy in Pantheon.
Yeah, we're going to talk about different facets of the economics that are in an MMORPG and the functionality of auction houses and things like that. So I'm really looking forward to that because this is up my alley. If you've watched any of our videos, you know that, you know, Def is kind of our face of, you know, he's our shock factor and I'm kind of our analytic piece. Look at this guy.
I'm not.
So yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just a dumb dude talking shit, man. That's all I am. Honestly, I mean.
I think at the end of the day, we're all all there a little bit. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, kind of analyzing some of these other systems and things from other games and talking about the potential that we have for immersion as far as economics go in Pantheon. So I'm looking forward to that. So some of the videos that we've done so far. So just to kind of shed some light on why you're not seeing things, right? So why you're not seeing us do videos on warriors and summoners and the newsletter.
We did a video on warrior.
Oh, we did do a video on warrior, but that was
I
our
made a
spin on
whole cardboard armor set for that.
Yeah, you're welcome for that, YouTube. But yeah, so I guess what I'm saying is why we're not covering individual classes and things like that. And it's because we believe in people like Basgrim and Nathan and Pantheon Plus and Joe to an extent, to the point that I think they're doing a good coverage on what exists, what we already know. And they're doing good discussion pieces on it, and there's no need to contribute to the noise. If we put something out that's related to a specific class, we're going to talk about things that are related to our opinion on the matter and what we think about that class. So and how it like feels, and the discussion piece of it, not necessarily go over every ability and things like that. So we've covered the Necromancer, which doesn't exist. I think a Bard video is something that I'm very interested in covering because I really, really enjoyed Bard, playing that in Final Fantasy XI. And I think that's the last time we've seen any type of integration of Bard in a very long time that I would really consider to be a Bard. So we talked Necromancer, we talked to Warrior a little bit. What are some other Pantheon videos we did besides Play Pantheon?
Well, the most we got the most backlash for was the downtime debate. Part one and part two. And part two, which was your video, got more views than part one, and people shit on you more than they shit on me, but they did shit on me, so I don't know what the hell happened, but
maybe I should clear the air here.
And then you did clear the air, and then you got even more shit. So I don't know. We were trying to cover both ends of the subject, like both sides, downtime. I was for it, and I think you're for it to an extent, but you're playing devil's advocate, and then we got shat on,
Right, and that's something that people will come to understand. That's what we do at Battle Axe Theater here. Is we try to take an unbiased approach toward things. Sometimes it will seem as it's biased because it's the way we're producing it, but we try to take things from an analytical standpoint. Like if you watch our Anthem video, there's a lot wrong with Anthem, but I don't think the media did it justice, and I think they took it a little bit too far. And I think essentially at the end of the day, there were some issues where the game should not have been released, but the media shit on it so hard it basically killed the game almost instantly. So we're going to try to take a biased approach to things, and I may not necessarily agree with what I'm talking about, but I'm at least going to consider that point and give it the time of day and coverage that it needs to have, and I'm sure Def will do the same.
Sometimes. No, because Lex from VOT, he's kind of he's the same way, man. He doesn't take a biased approach, I guess you would say. He's raw. He tells you what he thinks, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to point that because he's here in chat, and that's what I love about VOT. They bring people on, they discuss subjects, and then Lex is all like, "That may suck," you know what I mean? And that's kind of what we do, So we're not always going to be agreed upon, I guess.
But yeah, keep watching us. Stay tuned for Pantheon stuff. We're going to use this outlet here, the live channel, to talk about some things that are discussion pieces. So we do a lot of talking, obviously, like anybody does in Discord when you're with somebody on a daily basis playing games with friends. We're going to talk about some discussion pieces here that don't warrant an extensively overproduced video, and it's kind of just a soapbox discussion. We're going to be doing a lot of that sort of thing here, and it'll be like the 10-15 minute coverage of that during our stream every Monday. So this is something that's going to happen every Monday. And as we do this and we grow, we go forward with it, we are going to come up with some different format pieces, different segments that we're going to do and try to adhere to it. We want to know what you guys think about our segments. Like, what kind of segments would you like to see? We prefer to stay away from something that's cliche, and we want to do something that's unique, and not just because we're hipsters, our beards aren't big enough for that, but But we want to kind of do things a little bit differently, and a lot of what we do is discussion pieces, opinion pieces, and we'd love to have topics that we can do and bite-sized segments throughout this bite-sized vodcast to cover. So let us know what you think about that. I don't have anything else specific to Pantheon. I think that's the last topic I wanted to cover, and we are coming up on time. Did you have any other thoughts?
No, I mean, I was completely unprepared for this, if I'm being completely honest.
It's my fault. Sorry.
I just know we've been putting this off for a while. We did a couple of test runs and back in the past when we were doing Warframe. So here we are every Monday now. So yeah, this will become a more organized deal in the future. So bear that in mind with segments, just like Punk was just saying. So yeah, just what you said, man. Anything you guys want us to talk about, let us know, and we'll do it.
All right. So one thing that is very important that I find to communication between the viewers and the broadcasters is going to be communication. I don't have a cool la-di-da-di phone number. Please call us now. I don't have one of those. We don't have one of those. But
03200. I think that's.
I
don't remember the number. Anyway.
But anyway, if you guys have some thoughts or comments at the end of every stream, we're going to open it up for Q&A. Like I said before, there is a bit of a delay between our broadcast and when you guys are able to view it. So if you have any questions, thoughts, comments, I have been trying to catch up on what you guys have been saying, but let us know if you have any questions that you would like answered. Right now, we'll give it about 5 minutes or so to answer those for you. And yeah, we'll go from there. But yeah, so while you guys are catching up and you're getting your questions together. So one of the things that was mentioned was, the Pantheon zealots and so on and so forth. Like, I used this word earlier, and it's like saying the C word to gamers and people on it. God damn it, Death. That's so dirty. Go wash your mouth out with soap.
You made me think it in my head as Louis C.K. would say. You take the responsibility. Just say cunt.
All right.
Sorry.
So
we're gonna lose followers, man. Sorry.
We are. You're the worst, man.
I'm sorry.
But toxicity. So toxicity is a huge topic, and it's something that Def and I plan on approaching here in the near future. But the thing is, you got to understand is that toxicity may not be what you think toxicity is, and it's something that we've got to tiptoe around because we want to make sure that we're clear, we're concise, we're not offensive, and we are actually analytical about the topic and not actually contributing to what we would consider toxicity. So that is something that we definitely want to tackle, and we want to hear some feedback and input on that. You can always jump in our Discord and shoot us a message in general chat. Let us know what you think about toxicity and what it means to you, because that's really what we're trying to feel out is like, what exactly does toxicity mean? We can apply a definition from Merriam's dictionary to it, but we need to be realistic about it and what it really means, because it is a trigger word to a lot of people. Because if you go into Reddit and you say toxicity, it's like 400 downvotes, death threats. Like, it's the worst.
Death threats, as in DEF threats. Good Lord.
But it doesn't look like anybody's got any questions or anything for us. I'm gonna chat you guys. Do you have any questions or thoughts for Bat? We want to know. 'Cause we like you.
No. Because we love you. Oh, wait. I got to correct spelling. Because we love you. Okay, there we go. Bottle it up and bring it to the lab for the testing. Okay.
All right, so I haven't prepared any outros or anything like that. I've got, so for those of you who don't know, I used to be a Mixer streamer and I had a lot of this stuff. So what you're going to see is from my early days of Mixer before I got a little bit better with design software. So I want to thank everyone for joining us. Steph, do you have any final thoughts?
No, not really. Thank everybody for joining us, and stay tuned for some Pantheon content coming out. I think we're gonna focus on some goddamn, bro. We're gonna focus on some EverQuest 2. We're enjoying the game, so I think we're gonna do some more EverQuest 2 content. Um, and we're getting some questions in now.
We are.
This delay, we're not used to this delay. As Punk was saying, he used to stream on Mixer and it was instant. So
Yeah.
bear with us.
So if you're asking what setting is my fan on, it's on low and it's hot. Unless you're talking about that fan, because if you can't hear the box fan, that's great. And that's also on low because it's recirculating the warm air, because I'm Floridian and 50 something degrees is cold. So I'm trying to circulate local heat around the house. But did you see, Minus says, when did you first get interested in lawn care? I don't know how to take that. The funny thing is,
just stay tuned, bro.
dude, does he know that my family owns a lawn care business in Florida?
No, he doesn't. All I have to do, I can't say anything. Minus, help me out here. I can't say anything.
All right.
But anyway, Dougie asked, how do we feel about crepes? I think I can't find the chat now. It's done gone.
Crepes, really thin pancakes from France.
Oh, I thought he said creeps. I thought he was calling us creeps, like we're creepy.
Well, a little bit.
Okay.
Have you had crepes?
I don't think so.
Dude, I fucking love crepes.
I live in Texas. Why would I have something from France?
Dude, do you have IHOPs?
I do.
I'm taking you to an IHOP next time I come see you.
I mean, it's okay.
Dude, Swedish crepes are amazing. When you get the lingonberry butter and the jelly that they put. Oh my God, don't get me started.
Okay, Julio said, I personally never heard the word toxicity used in a popular way other than System of a Down. Had to give him props for that because System of a Down is awesome. And I hope they get their shit together and are able to put out a new album soon.
Yeah, we should probably mention that's what Battle Axe is all about, right? I never did mention that. Go ahead.
So our whole premise of starting Battle Axe was to do some gaming coverage and promote local bands. So anybody watching right now that knows of a local band, please be sure. Do we have our email set up?
You can reach out to us at battleaxetheater@gmail.com or contact@battleaxetheater.com. We're still working on getting that branding shifted over. We just set up an official email the other day, so just reach out to us.
Yeah, so feel free to do that. We'll check them out. As long as they have like a decent sounding demo or even an EP or what have you.
We want maximum effort. We want people that want this, not people that are just dabbling. So anybody who's genuinely interested in providing some trap music for trap music. We want trap music for our stuff.
That works. It doesn't matter. Well, that's a good point. It doesn't matter what genre. I mean, I'm talking hip hop, rock, trap, whatever the case, as long as they're putting in some effort, maybe have some video footage, people that are putting in all the effort, good demo, we want to promote.
And most of all, I think we want to hear music, because I don't know about you, but I grew up like listening to the San Francisco punk scene and the Long Island punk scene, like more underground punk scenes that were found on obscure websites and things like that back in the late 90s, early 2000s. So I want to hear stuff that I'm not going to hear on the radio. I want to hear stuff that are bands that people haven't heard on Pandora or Spotify or maybe SoundCloud, more popular channels and things like that. So if anybody knows anything, knows any bands, any artists, any musicians, acoustic, hip hop, anything, and email us. You can also reach out to us through DMs through Twitter. You can hit us up on Facebook and Discord. So just get with us on that. So, and also be sure to, if you haven't already been, click your notification bell for Battle Axe Theater. Be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, tell your friends about us, because we're about to hit that 500 mark, which is, another major milestone. And we want to push for that 1,000 subscriber mark by early summer, because we've got some really big plans for Battle Axe, and we'll talk about that when that time comes. But be sure to like and share our content with your friends. Let them know what we're doing, and brag about how you were an early supporter. This is shout out to you guys that are in here and chat with us. Your Gator, I don't know if you're in chat, I can't tell, but you're always in here, talking it up with us. I know you support Nathan and stuff like that, Gypsy, so on and so forth. So let everyone know that you're an early supporter, because Battle Axe, we're gonna be big, right, bro?
Yeah, dude. I gotta point out something. Lexer can play an instrument, from what I'm reading in chat. So minus Haya, Nathan Napalm, you and myself, we've all been a part of bands. That's crazy.
Do we need to start a band?
I mean, we could start a Pantheon band, man. Pantheon band, man. That sounds cool.
Band, man.
Pantheon band, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm sorry.
I think that wraps up our stream, guys.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm about, I don't know, 5 or 6 beers deep. But anyway.
All right. Well, thanks again, everyone, for joining us. We hope to see you again next week. If you have any comments, thoughts, concerns, anything, hit us up through one of the various social medias on Discord. Anything else, Steph?
Nope. That's it. Stay tuned for Friday's video. Hit us up on social media. I don't know what else to say.
All right. Well, I'm going to roll the end. Everything in this end slate is going to be wrong, but it's going to let you know the stream is ending, and you guys have a good night. Thanks again.
Night, guys.